Aishwarya, so the leads, as we can see as of now, have completely changed. The Aam Aadmi Party now has fallen further. It is at 26, and of course the BJP now at 44. This is fast changing, and of course to decode these leads that we are seeing, I'm now joined by Smita Gupta, who's a senior journalist. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us here on AT Now. Would you call this a wave election? And from the leads that we're seeing, it is clearly the BJP in the lead. Do you see BJP forming a government in Delhi? And if yes, what's really worked for the BJP versus the Aam Aadmi Party?
I think several things are working in favor of the BJP if the results, if the trends continue as they have been since the morning. One is there was the anti-incumbency against the Arvind Kejriwal government. Two, the manner in which the BJP, jailed its top leadership. It created a kind of negative sentiment against the Aam Aadmi Party. And the Congress also did not help in the sense that the Congress also attacked Mr. Kejriwal and Mr. Sisodia publicly. So that kind of added to the negative sentiment building up against the Aam Aadmi Party. Finally, of course, the BJP organizational skills, the money that it has, all that has played its role. And the BJP went all out because Delhi may be a small, maybe still a union territory and small, but its political significance cannot be, overstated. It is the national capital. What happens here makes an impact. And for the BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party, though it is a small party, it is different from any other political party in this country in the way it is built. And Mr. Kejriwal has always been a huge thorn in the side of the BJP. He's one of the few political leaders who can actually confront verbally the top BJP leadership. So these are the first thoughts that really come into my mind.
Absolutely, ma'am, very rightly put. In fact, BJP was seen, I beg your pardon, the Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal was seen definitely as one of the contenders to sort of, lead the India alliance at some point in time or later because of the kind of repartees that he's been able to make with respect to the remarks that have been given by the BJP. But ma'am, how does this really change politics now? And will it be more about, at least when we see elections from here on in other states, for example, Bihar, for example, do we see a major thrust on freebies, for instance? Because this election, there have been multiple trends, but I think the freebie part of campaigning and freebie part of, the offering to voters has been key.
Well, let's take the freebies. A major one that has been written about a lot are the handouts that are given to women voters. Because people have begun to recognize that women are a huge vote base and the number of women voting has increased over the years. Now, I think there is a level playing field because every political party is giving, somebody is giving 1,500 a month, somebody is giving 2,000. So I don't think that is really the issue. The issue, I think, in Bihar will be what will the India alliance look like in Bihar? Will it be a united front or will it be divided as it was in Delhi? I think that will play a very, very big role because one thing that does come out of this Delhi election is the Congress part of the India alliance or is it not? In Bihar, yes, it certainly still is with the RJD, but will it continue to be? Those are the questions, I think, because the freebies, everybody is handing them out. There is no political party which is not doing that. So I think that is really the major question. And I think the Congress also needs to figure out who its opponent is. Yes, it is understandable that the Congress wishes to regain, you know, the areas that it has lost over the years. It's a grand old party. But at the same time, it has to figure out what comes first. Is it the ideological question, or is it just a question of regaining ground? And as we have seen in Delhi, as we have seen in Gujarat, if you remember, where
Absolutely.
the Aam Aadmi Party cut into the Congress, where the Congress is actually a fairly strong party. So these are questions that the opposition must, sit down and hammer out. The Congress must hammer out what exactly is its goal. It cannot be, each election. It cannot consider each election separately, because whereas the state parties, their stakes are confined to the states in which they rule, or maybe one or two other states. For the Congress, it's a national party. So I think they are getting something wrong, because and they need to really do, I hate to use that word again, introspection.
Absolutely, ma'am. No, of course, they need to introspect, and this is the messaging that's gone out for a very, very long time, especially when you saw the Haryana election results as well. It was a given that the Congress party will regain power, but of late, the kind of, ideological swings that we've seen the Congress party do, certainly some amount of introspection will help. And ma'am, at this point, Omar Abdullah has also tweeted a message saying, "Aur lado aapas mein," perhaps alluding to the Aam Aadmi Party and, of course, Congress combine, at least in several other states, because they went together in other Lok Sabha elections, but deciding not to go together in several state elections. And that, of course, reflects on their ideology as well. But ma'am, what really happens to the Aam Aadmi Party from here on? We were just speaking to some other guests a couple of days back, and they were saying that it's been product Kejriwal versus brand Modi. How are you seeing the trajectory of Aam Aadmi Party from here on? Because Arvind Kejriwal has been attacked on multiple fronts, on the governance model that he once came on the back of, and then, of course, on corruption allegations and corruption charges that were leveled against him by the BJP. So what really happens to the Aam Aadmi Party, and what happens to Arvind Kejriwal from here on as far as his political trajectory is concerned?
Well, when the Aam Aadmi Party was first created, it was regarded with suspicion by all political parties, and I was myself a witness to that. Shortly after Arvind Kejriwal won his first election, there was a dinner party at the home of JDU leader KC Tyagi, where he had invited leaders from all political parties. There was BJP, there was Congress, there were regional parties. And the interesting thing was that they were all discussing the Aam Aadmi Party, and all of them seemed to regard him as their common enemy. Now, 15 years down the line, this defeat of Mr. Kejriwal in Delhi is going to have a huge impact. Now, it will depend on Mr. Kejriwal how he, if he is defeated, as the trend suggests, how does he take the criticism on board? Not the ones relating to corruption, because as far as we can see, nothing has really been proved as yet, but how to battle that. And also the other criticism about infrastructure, failing infrastructure in Delhi, which have been key issues, about the sewers, the roads, etc., etc.
Right.
How he takes all that on board.
Right. Absolutely, ma'am, and thank you very much. We'll have to cut it short, given that we're completely out of time on this edition of our special election programming. Ladies and gentlemen,